one thing that I know that we do in our marriage is that we really embrace each other's individuality. Obviously, we are one, as Christ says, or as God says, that when we became man and wife, we became one. But I've really never tried to change Mason or tried to mold him into somebody that I want him to be. That's not to say that if I feel like we're having some differences that I don't voice my opinion, but I really try to embrace the individuality aspect of him and me. You know, he has his hobbies and his things that he likes to do, and I say, go for it and enjoy it. I think that's something that we've tried to do throughout our whole relationship, is just really embrace that we are two separate people even though we're one. With that, I think has sort of developed also a level of respect for one another, because we haven't tried to change each other. That respect for each other is really there. I really respect him, and so I think because I respect him, my actions just naturally follow that respect. The way I talk to him, the way I respond to him when he comes home from work. I just think that respect really comes out in the way we treat one another.
You know, I don't know if it's the chicken or the egg, but her treating me with such respect and not trying to change me and mold me into anything different really makes it easy to in turn respect her. And I do anyways, but you know, it's a very successful thing in our marriage, and something that I'm proud of, because she's just an easy woman to love. It really lifts me up in our marriage as the husband and the leader of our family and everything. You know, it's not tearing me down; it's building me up, and that's a great thing. And I think something that goes along right with that is, I think a lot of times we think of the golden rule of treat your neighbor as you would want to be treated about everybody else but our spouse. You know, but it starts there. You know, and if I mean, that's because there's situations where both of us would want to react maybe a little bit differently than we do, and sometimes we do act that way. But if you think about, well, how would I want to be treated in this situation? You know, I mean, it sounds so simple, but if you just then like, well, then maybe I should, you know, react to the situation like that. And so that's an important thing. So
I think one of the key parts of that is really trying to, I know our pastor always says, prayer doesn't have to be in the morning when you wake up at 5 a.m. you're on your knees praying. It can be sort of a continual thing. And I know God has really has given me, guys, a different type of prayer too, in that where I feel like I'm sort of praying continually throughout the day. It's sort of like little snippets of conversations. And part of that is praying about how I'm responding to Mason. And it doesn't have to be really formal. You know, it's, if he says something, you know, that I might take a little off guard or something. I know a specific example in our marriage where I really felt like the Lord was sort of leading me to not respond and to withhold what I said. And because I withheld what I said was going to say or felt like saying at that very moment, just one day later, he showed me how he dealt with Mason in this situation, you know, and it wasn't horrible, but it was just a little example of, Jennifer, if you follow my will as the wife, or if you follow my will as you, let me handle things. I'll handle it where it's better than you can imagine. You know, your words aren't as effective as my prompting, as my nudging, as the Holy Spirit.